Hi, I'm Jeff Pierce, the Foreign Sales Manager at Scientific Anglers, and today we're going to go through how to rig our Niti, aka nickel titanium wire. If you're chasing a myriad of toothy species, whether you're going to Argentina for golden dorado, barracuda, locally here in Michigan we fish muskie and pike, you need to have a bite guard, otherwise you're going to lose a fish, you're going to lose the flies that took you so long to tie. So let's get started and show you the materials we're using. We offer a 35-pound 1x7 nickel titanium wire, which means it's 7 strands of nickel titanium wrapped into one strand. We also offer 55-pound. And we have our STAY-LOK-SNAPS. These are great snaps because when you are catching big toothy fish that are pretty violent around the boat, these are snaps that will not accidentally open or fail on you. You're going to need a pair of cutters to cut the wire and to cut the heavy mono and fluoro as you build your leader out, and then mono or fluorocarbon depending on the application. So let's get started tying one. So there's 2 basic knots we're tying with the 1x7 wire. It's an ALBRIGHT, which is what you're typically going to join your Niti wire to nylon or fluoro, and then a 4 or 5 wrap clinch knot, which is what we're typically going to join the Niti wire to our STAY-LOK-SNAPS. So to start out, I'm going to take about a 15 or 16 inch section of the wire. This is the 55-pound 1x7. Now, important to note that sometimes when you cut it, because it is 1x7, if you don't have sharp cutters, it will unfurl a little bit, but that's easily solved by just squeezing it with your finger and twisting it, and it twists right back up on itself. Now I'm going to take my, in this case, 50-pound fluoro. This is going to be going to my fly line, and I'm going to tie an ALBRIGHT knot. So in order to do this, I am doubling my wire over, roughly a 1 inch or so section of it. I'm going to take my 50-pound fluoro, come up through the loop I've made, and now I'm going to pull off a bit of a tag end here so I have something to work with here. And now I'm going to do 9 wraps. 7 to 10 is what most folks do. Again, making sure that the wraps are concentric, they're tight, they're right next to each other, they're not overlapping. Now, the way I prefer to tie an ALBRIGHT, I finish it off, I want to go through the loop the same direction that your tag is. So you can see here, my line is coming through the loop this way. So I'm going to make sure my tag goes through the same way, because this is what's actually going to stop your knot from slipping off the wire. So once I have the tag end through, now I'm going to pull on the main part of my line and then pull on both of them. And you will see that that knot is going to cinch down, and again, both pieces of the fluoro are coming out the same end of the loop. Now I'm going to pull on this and snug as tight as I can. Get a good sharp pair of cutters. I like to cut the fluoro or nylon roughly a 1/4 inch or so, and also cut the wire as close as you can. The main thing to be very careful with the wire is this stuff is like a missile when you cut it. So it's always important to grab your tag end, otherwise it's going to go shooting across the room and you don't want to step on it later. So now we've joined our Niti wire to our nylon or fluorocarbon. Now we need to do something so that we can join a fly to the wire. In order to do that, we're going to take one of our STAY-LOK-SNAPS and we're going to run it through the wire through the end of the STAY-LOK. Give yourself a bit of a tag end here, and we're going to do, this is 55-pound wire, so I like to do 4 wraps clinch knot. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to go back through the loop. This stuff is really springy, so it's important to give it a squeeze when you go to grab it with a pair of pliers. And Niti wire is really finicky, so what you're going to do is when you start to tighten it, it's going to cinch down and then it's going to get to a point where it pauses. Where it pauses is when you want to stop. If you over tighten it, you can break the Niti wire. So now we just need to cinch it down. And again, you want to pull until it pauses. Once it pauses, you want to stop. If you over tighten nickel titanium, it can be a bit finicky. Now we're going to cut the tag, leaving about 1/8 to 1/4 inch. Again, make sure you secure the tag. So now we've trimmed off the tag end. We have tested about every knot you could possibly try. We found this to be the strongest. Your wire will break before the knot fails. Once you get that 4 wrap clinch done and cut, you're all ready to go.